Hey everybody, it's the Herb Guy with the Elder Herb Shop, and welcome back to Where Science Meets Nature, a channel where we discuss the medicinal value of plants and other natural substances found in the world all around us. I have to start today with an apology, because I did say that my next video was going to be about red clover flower. I had some technical difficulties, so I was really unable to get to that one, and I stumbled upon this plant, and I really wanted to bring this one to the forefront. It is really active right now, and it's a plant called Purslane. You've probably seen this plant. We happened to find it. We didn't have any in our garden or on our land anywhere last year at all. We told up a section for garden. As you can see, some of our plants got a little out of control. But we did find copious amounts of purslane, and now I can't find any. Purslane is a viney kind of plant. It gets rather large. Here's some. There's a really good batch too. There's a really good picture of purslane. Let me get the plant out of there. There. This is purslane. As you can see, the stem is kind of watery and juicy. The plants, or the leaves themselves, a little plump. They got some fluff to them. Excuse me. But this is such a cool plant because it is just loaded with all sorts of benefits. As far as nutrition facts go, a cup of purslane contains a whopping 9 calories. But conversely, as far as vitamins go, it has vitamins A, some B complex vitamins, vitamin C, iron, manganese, calcium. It has potassium, copper, phosphorus, zinc. I mean, this plant is almost just like a multivitamin. And it's also loaded, if you're a vegan, this should be really especially important to you. It's also loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. It even has more omega-3s than some fish species do. Now, since we found this in the garden, we decided that we're going to go ahead and harvest as much as possible, or my wife did. And so she's going to get this harvested, and we're going to get it started drying. Now, one of the cool things about this is there have been some scientific studies in regards to whether or not the benefits remain in the plant after dehydration. And in the link section below, I'm going to put the link to that so you can read that study. Now, on top of being super high in vitamins and minerals, it has really a plethora of medicinal value, medicinal properties. It's an antibacterial, it's anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, helps heal wounds externally and internally. It's a skeletal muscle relaxant, so your muscles that help make up your frame, it'll help relax those without affecting any of the smooth muscle. It's a fever reducer. It harvests free radicals from your body. And it also shows that it has some anti-tumor benefits too. They did some studies in regards to the immune system, and it's what's called an immuno-modulator. It helps balance the immune system. If your immune system is overreacting, it helps to slow it down. However, if your immune system isn't quite strong enough, it will speed it up and make it work more efficiently. There's a nice cluster of leaves right there. These are kind of tart. They taste, when you eat them, they taste a lot like what some people call yellow clover or wood sorrel. They got that little bit of tang to them when you take that first bite. The leaves themselves are kind of crispy. I mean, I bet they'd be probably pretty tasty in a salad. Diabetics can use this plant. It helps to balance the lipid and sugar production in the body. And in some countries, they even use it as an anti-seizure or an anticonvulsant to help prevent seizures, people with epilepsy. This plant is really cool. And if you take a minute to think about it, okay, so if you take a pharmaceutical drug, typically speaking, one drug treats one condition, all right? So you take Tylenol for a headache, or, maybe as a fever reducer, so you got a couple. But for the most part, prescription drugs are There's more of it. Are just one-trick ponies. I mean, they're only good for one thing. And the beautiful thing about natural medicine is that, oh, here comes my assistant. Natural medicine, I mean, you can use one plant for many, many different conditions. Come on, Hannah. Here's my assistant today, Hannah, or Crossbeak. Give you a little bit better look of her. Want some purslane? Apparently our chickens seem to think that they want to be in the videos. But back to this with natural healing, I mean, you could take one plant, one single plant, not only on top of getting all your nutrition and all the stuff that you need to function throughout the day, you can also help either prevent or treat current conditions. More than one. I mean, if you're one of those really sickly people that you have just a ton of conditions, well, this is clearly the plant for you. Everywhere else in the world, this plant is actually very, very important. Here it's considered a weed, you know, and you'll spend hundreds of dollars on Roundup so you can kill it off. Well, anybody with a little bit of common sense would put it in there. Would you get out of here? She wanted to climb up on top of the camera. Anybody with a little bit of common sense would keep it. But I don't know. So this plant is really, really very helpful. And I've included some links down below. That there's some studies where it showed that Purslane helped to repair liver damage after alcoholic consumption. There's many studies in here. I think I put about a half a dozen down there, and if you've got a few minutes, you can read them. I put the titles in the descriptions on the links, so that way you can pick and choose what you want. She's not very helpful, is she? Yeah, I know. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like and a share. If you know any vegans who would be very interested in trying to find new alternatives, this plant is certainly for you, and you don't have to pay $5 a pound for it. You can literally pick it out of your backyard, and you know, obviously you're going to want to make sure that it's clean. You don't want to have any weed killer or dog urine or anything else on it, but you could probably cultivate it in your flower bed and have or even in your home, and just have a permanent supply of it around. So hopefully you guys like this video. I have another one coming up in regards to catnip, and there's something that's pretty surprising about it I think you might like. Everybody have a good and safe day.